In exercise 3, we're going to imagine a different government intervention in the market, this time a quantity control. Now we've got a quota in this market, a maximum number of trades that can take place. We're going to limit to 200 trades. Imagine that you were deciding who was going to trade with whom. What is the best possible surplus that you could make? If you're not making any progress yet, think about if this weren't 200 but were 1 instead, what's the best that you could do? You would have this person trade with this person. Does that make sense? And you'd get economic surplus equal to that entire distance there. Now, you wouldn't know how to split it up between producer and consumer surplus. That would depend on the price, but we don't have a price here. Whatever the price was, though, the total economic surplus would be that difference. Okay, so now instead of 1, what if you could make 2 trades? Well, you could start out making that first trade. That would still be your best first trade. And now your best second trade would be between the person who has the next lowest willingness to sell, who's willing to let their car go for the next cheapest price, and the person with the next highest willingness to pay. The person who wants the car is willing to pay the second most for a car, and then that difference there is going to be the next amount of economic surplus that you can obtain. These two combined would give you the total amount of economic surplus that you could get from 2 trades. Can you see how to extend this now up to the case of 200 trades? Just keep on making these trades between the next buyer and the next seller, who have the next best willingness to buy, willingness to sell, willingness to pay, and willingness to sell, up until you've exhausted all 200 trades that you're allowed to make. And so this area in here now is your economic surplus, the best economic surplus that you can obtain in this market. We don't know how it would be split between buyers and sellers, but we do know that that's the best total economic surplus that we could obtain.